Alright, so originally I had planned to just read from this poetry book, but I ended up actually reading all my favorite books and talking about them and talking about random books, and that's the video. It's super good. So I thought today I would just read some poetry from this book, Pillow Thoughts by Courtney Pepperell. So I thought I'd just read some poems and talk about them because I've had such a love-hate relationship with this book, and I think it's not very good. Which makes me very sad to say. My boyfriend bought this book for me because I wanted to read it. Was this the one? Yeah. He bought me this book because I wanted to read it and I love poetry. It's not very good. So I'm gonna kind of give the basis of the book. It's called Pillow Thoughts, and it's separated into, I'm gonna call them chapters. And they're like different situations almost. If you're dreaming of someone, if you are in love, if you're heartbroken, if you're lonely, if you're sad, blah blah blah. And it has little like jellyfish artwork, which I absolutely adore. I think that was actually really cute of them to do. I don't know, like there's some things in this book that I absolutely love, and some of the poetry is actually really good. It's just a lot. I've realized I'm very picky with poetry. A lot of it seems like, oh, I'm trying to be deep. Half the time it doesn't come across that. Like, it doesn't come across how they want it to come across. My favorite poetry books are these by Amanda Lovelace. I want more of her books, but unfortunately I only have these two. Has amazing artwork. I think she just came out with another one too. These are fantastic books. Love her. I want the rest of her books. So many other poetry books just come across as like you're trying to be deep and it's not working. Let's start off with this one. It is in the chapter If You Are Dreaming of Someone. And it says this. You are the freckle on my nose and I am the freckle on my back. We share the same space, but we will never be together. Do you kind of understand, like, what I'm saying? It almost works. It just doesn't. It's deep, and if I was still 12, I would say I would love this book. But unfortunately, I'm not 12. Actually, no, that's very fortunately. Your heart is the sun, and its gravity pulls me closer to you each day, but the sun destroys all that it touches. At least this is what they say. It's like, it's so close to being good poetry, and it is not. I don't want to be like, oh my god, I can write poetry, because I can't. And yes, I try, because I feel like it's a good release of emotion, but I know it's not good, and I don't claim it to be good, and I don't make a book out of it. This is coming across way too judgmental. If you like this, if you like writing poetry, that's what you love to do. And if you end up coming out with a book, good for you. Like, that's a really amazing feat. Like, the Chainsmokers. They quoted the Chainsmokers on the back. It has good points. It has good, like, meanings behind it. It's just like, it has such like a dramatic Pinterest, like, blah, 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 like, I feel like I'm kind of making this video to try and figure out if I like this book or not. Like, there is no reason for me to like the poems I like in this and to not like the poems I don't like in this. Like, there's literally no reason. So let's go over some Amanda Lovelace poems. Embody the heroine you needed when you were a child, but don't forget to embody the heroine you need now too. She closes her eyes and makes the same silent wish. I will not wake up tomorrow. I will not wake up tomorrow. I will not wake up tomorrow. She's not sure anyone is listening. We are going to talk about my literal favorite books of all time. I'm so basic for this. The Hunger Games series. I do not have the first one. This series is so good. There's just something about this book. It's kind of like the first big dystopian one. A lot of other dystopian novels we see kind of try and copy this, and they try and have the same feeling that these books and these movies gave us, and you can't achieve that. It wasn't copying anything, like it was its own entity, and I think that's one of the reasons why these books are so amazing. The whole plot is extremely, extremely genius. Dealing with something that's like hard for us all to grasp, but they do it in such an easy way. See Katniss deal with her PTSD from the Hunger Games. I think that is so real because people actually do experience that. It's relating these crazy dystopian ideas to like things you have experienced. The love story is unrequited love and love triangles. It's like, it's something people actually experience, and so I think that's one of the reasons why this book is so good and not so far-fetched, because first of all, like, it takes place in like America wasn't America, and like what could potentially happen with our government if it gets too corrupted. Just, it makes it this really relatable story, even though it shouldn't be. So now, favorite book of all time, Song of Achilles. This book is everything I think we need as young adults in the time we are living in. I think this is everything we need to read about people experiencing the same difficulties in sexuality and love, and to see that throughout history and these Greek myths, and like this part of us that has like run deep for like centuries, like this part of us that we hear about growing up, like these stories, and to kind of connect that into something that we are facing now in 2022, I think is so genius. I could write a whole essay about this book. I mean, I'm gonna say like kind of spoiler warning, spoiler alert. It kind of hints towards the ending, but it's not gonna fully give it away. I think the fact that they took the original Greek mythology to change it a little bit, but to still have those parts that you can still connect, to maybe say that Achilles, his heel, wasn't actually the part of him that was weak, and that it was something more within, and it was his own ego what killed him. I want to say so bad. Unfortunately, I cannot afford any books, otherwise I would have all these books that I mentioned. Oh no, my nail just fell off. I know this wasn't like my funniest, most comedic video. This is just what I felt like doing. It was really quick. I'm losing light really fast, obviously, and my lighting isn't the best. So I'm gonna get back into doing funnier videos and chillin'. Debbie Ryan is something else. Anyway, where did that come from? Yeah, thanks for watching. Stick around so that hopefully, I cannot think. Stick around, hopefully I'll be making more videos soon to come. It's nice doing this again, and I will be making funnier stuff soon.